Yes, guys. Hello and welcome back to the Spurs-related YouTube channel and podcast. I hope everyone's doing very well. Today, we're going to be doing a very quick transfers update video for you guys because I know they're doing really well. You guys are enjoying them. And it's been a couple days since we've done one. So I didn't want to let the team down. I didn't want to let the Spurs-related tools down. So we are going to run through the news and I am going solo today on this one. But guys, if you could do me a massive favor and smash the thumbs up button, subscribe if you are new, and let's get straight into what is going on right now with this interview from Richarlison yesterday in the Brazilian YouTube channel. Sitting next to a pigeon. I mean, clearly there's a clear sponsor involved as well. But there was a lot of interesting quotes from Richarlison, actually, which reflected his time under Conte and being managed by Conte. And yeah, the YouTube channel he was speaking on was called K Papinho, which I believe is a Brazilian channel. And he said a few different things, actually, involving his time under Conte. He said, "I made a mistake for doing an interview saying I needed game time." I later on apologized and said that he could punish me. He told me off to show me he was the commandant. Is his ideal way to deal with things. Almost 2 hours scolding me in front of everybody there. So Conte made a very big thing of discipline, making sure players weren't stepping out of line. And yeah, seems like almost Richarlison thinks he was pretty harshly done by. And I would probably agree to an extent. Maybe there should be a middle ground about, players speaking up out of turn, but this one seems a little bit harsh. So yeah, obviously interesting way of doing the interview with the sponsor and the mascot and everything else. But yeah, interesting to know what you guys think of this. A couple more quotes from the interview. He said, the club signed me. They spent a lot of money, even with some stress I had there in the first season. I don't have much to complain about. I just owe them. And then went on to say, people look inside the field this season, off the field, things got in the way. At home, things were not going well. I decided to live alone. And he said, a lot has changed, but my house got lighter. Things started to look up towards the end of the season. So, listen, it sounds like Richarlison's had some off-the-field issues as well. Obviously, on the field, we know he's not really on form. He's not really performing to the standards he was when he came from Everton. And maybe there's a little bit more open and honesty from Richarlison about these things. So to be honest, I'm not really a massive Richarlison fan normally, but you've got to cut him some slack in terms of clearly there was more to the sandwich than just he's not playing well. So yeah, let's hope he has a better season. But let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. Interesting stuff. Now, next bit of news, and this is why I need Andre, because I've already forgotten to put the little banners up. But Spurs are set to listen to offers for all 5 of these players on the screen right now, which does make sense. In terms of what we talked about recently on the channel. Davinson Sanchez, Joe Rodon, Ryan Sessegnon, Sergio Reguilon, and Giovanni Lo Celso. Spurs are prepared to listen to bids for these players, but Postecoglou apparently wants players to be given a chance to stay and impress and maybe change the decision of, what he's initially thinking and what he's come into. So I've seen Sergio Reguilon and, in fact, all these players having a laugh in training this week. The spirits seem high. It seems like he's got the players in a real good, feel-good mood. So let's see what happens with these guys. But I think the one standout one, which is going to be interesting, is Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg. And that's because talks have ramped up. And I'm going to move straight on to talking just about Hojbjerg. And that is in the sense that Atletico Madrid are interested in the midfielder. And Tottenham are listening to offers from teams. But the real interest apparently is from Atletico Madrid, or the Spanish La Liga, the Spanish Giants. And yeah, be very interesting to see if Atletico Madrid come in with a considerable bid, considering how much stick Hojbjerg's got from a lot of the fan base. A lot of fans love Hojbjerg. A lot of fans aren't fans of Hojbjerg. It's very split. And I know that there's been a lot of people on social media this week saying he's very underrated in what he does for the team. He doesn't get appreciated. But there's other people that say he's our most valuable asset. We should cash in while we can. So again, guys, let me know what you're thinking. I potentially would say we shouldn't let Hojbjerg go for anything less than £30 million, because he's still at a decent age where he's probably coming into the best of his performances in terms of his career. And I don't think you should just let someone go just because he's not in Postecoglou's plans. I think actually the reason we'd sell him is to make room to then buy, 2 centre-backs, buy potentially another winger and maybe even a number 6 that we definitely need. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you want to see Hojbjerg move on, or do you want to keep him? I guess it depends on price, and maybe let me know what price you think is acceptable for Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg. Now, next update is about Postecoglou's team plans. And obviously, like I was saying, this week he's been in preseason training with them, preparing for the camp over in Asia and Australia. And so he's obviously had a good look at the team this week. He's seen strengths and probably some weaknesses. And it looks like all the players are having a good laugh. So that's always a good thing. But listen, it's all about the business. It's all about how serious the team is. And apparently, according to Dan KP of the Evening Standard, there is already fresh optimism that Ndombele, for example, could have a lifeline under Postecoglou. When the Frenchman was last at Hotspur Way, he was forced to train alone or with the under-23s by Antonio Conte. But he's been fully involved this week. And it says Postecoglou has held one team meeting so far in which he reminded the players that this is the start of a new era. We've heard that all before. And stressed his determination to play entertaining, attacking football. Apparently, the atmosphere around the club has been one of excitement and cautious optimism, in stark contrast in the miserable death throes of Conte's tenure. Although Ryan Mason's spell interim charge had already helped to lift some of the gloom, and I would agree to some extent on that. Maybe not the results, but definitely the team cohesion, the team chemistry. He has no time for small talk, however, and is fiercely authentic. He immediately knocked back some quirkier ideas from online content team because they did not feel right for him. So he's got a say in what content's being filmed as well, which is absolutely crazy. I mean, he's not just managing the team. He's not just managing tactics and everything in the squad. He's actually wants this whole era to have some kind of look online as well. So clearly the online content team wanted to film some kind of, I don't know, team filming session, and he said no. So interesting stuff, and definitely one to keep an eye on in terms of what content does come out, maybe actually steered by Postecoglou in some way. He only wants the outside world to see certain things. Maybe there were certain training drills that he didn't want to share. That these are all possibilities, but there we go. It's very, very interesting for sure. And yeah, there's the quote from Richarlison, like we talked about earlier. And then finally, Manos Solomon. Obviously, things went. We got Here We Go from Fabrizio, and not too much since that, but there has been an update regarding his medical, and it's been rescheduled. Originally planned this week, but is now going to be undergoing next week early. So we should see the club announce Manos Solomon as a Tottenham signing, I would imagine early to mid next week. So exciting things coming out. Guys, if you did enjoy that quick update, 10 minutes, got it done. Smash a like, please smash the subscribe. And the secret word today is going to be Ndombele, just because of the vibes. And apparently he's impressing in training. So let me know about all that news. Smash like, please subscribe. We're so close to 2K, and we're loving this journey with you guys. And as always, guys, remember, come on, you Spurs!